Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar lauds country's healthcare system as most affordable in the world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasizes on the need for an institutional approach by international community to help each other during crisis. Joint Secretary Ministry of DoNER Anuradha S. Chagti holds interactive session with various organizations at Wokha. An Aadhaar enrollment center, Kohima, to remain open on all 7 days of the week. Now the news in detail. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar has lauded the country's healthcare system as the most affordable in the world. Inaugurating the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry's 16th Annual Healthcare Conference, FICCI HEAL 2022, in New Delhi today, Dhankhar said, healthcare is one of the most important pillars of nation building, not just for its contribution to the economy, but also for its impact on the productivity, well-being and happiness of citizens. The Vice President said, health sector will play a crucial role in economic growth as health and economy are interconnected. He said a mega health program, Ayushman Bharat, has been successful in bridging the gap between rich and the poor in terms of accessibility of healthcare services in the country. Highlighting the country's progress in reducing the infant mortality rate, Dhankhar said, in 1990, the infant mortality per 1,000 births was 88, which has now come down to one-third of it. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today emphasized the need for an institutional approach by the international community to help each other during a crisis. Addressing the second United Nations World Geospatial International Congress being held in Hyderabad through a video message this morning, Modi said the COVID-19 pandemic is a wake-up call to the global organizations like the United Nations can lead the way in taking resources to the last mile in every region. He said hand-holding and technology transfer hold the key in fighting climate change. He said India has been working on a vision of Antyodaya, which means empowering the last person at the last mile in a mission mode. Referring to how technology helps the welfare of people, the Prime Minister said 450 million unbanked people were brought under banking net and 135 million people were given insurance. He highlighted the role of geospatial technology in driving inclusion and progress and gave examples from the programs like PM Gati Shakti Master Plan and the Digital Ocean Platform. Modi added that the collection, generation and digitization of geospatial data have now been democratized. Joint Secretary Ministry of Development of North-Eastern Region, Anuradha S. Chagti, held an interactive session with various organizations at Rochan village in Wokha yesterday. Chagti, who is also in charge of Sambhav Mission Mode program for focused development of backward blocks and villages, said the program has been formulated to achieve saturation of development targets in selected and identified backward blocks or villages across the northeast by convergence and monitoring performance of key indicators. These included access to healthcare system, education, financial inclusion, clean drinking water and sanitation, clean and affordable energy, power and road connectivity. While highlighting the need for road connectivity for economic activities, the council chairman, Rochan village, stated that although the village is highly endowed with economic and development potentials, lack of road connectivity causes loss to their hard labor and hampers their growth. The Joint Secretary also visited the primary schools and Anganwadi centers and held extensive interactive session with the villagers for the first-hand information on the current status of the identified village. Deputy Commissioner Kohima Shanavasi has informed that the Aadhaar Enrollment Center Kohima headquarters will remain open on all 7 days of the week, including Saturdays and Sundays, except national and local holidays, to facilitate the ease the process for working people and others. In an order, the Deputy Commissioner has directed at least one operator to attend the office to cater to the needs of the people on a rotational basis on all Sundays and second and fourth Saturdays. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Right to Information RTI Week under the theme RTI, a tool for transparent and accountable governance, was observed at Jumakittima today. Speaking as a resource person, Advocate Vikolia Nihu Kera said RTI is considered the second independence for the citizens of India. Kera said RTI has created a practical regime of right to information for citizens to secure transparency and accountability from public authorities. He said it grants a statutory right to information for every citizen to keep a check on corruption. He said RTI is for the public interest and should not be used for devious purpose. Kera advised the citizens to enjoy their rights but remember their duties and obligation. He reminded that the RTI is not created for fault findings but rather to ensure transparency in governance. Kera also called for prompt response to every application and proactiveness in dealing with the matters of RTI. The Department of State Taxes has deployed commercial state tax officers in the state to work and prepare a survey report on goods and services tax compliance by all the stakeholders in the state. The department therefore requested all the stakeholders to kindly cooperate and provide the necessary information to the commercial state tax officers to enable them to complete the exercise by 30th of November. The Film and Television Institute of India, in collaboration with the Department of Information and Public Relations, Nagaland, will be conducting a basic course in smartphone filmmaking for scheduled tribe participants residing in Nagaland from 17 to 21st of October. The training is being imparted free of cost as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration, which will be conducted at the Directorate of Information and Public Relations, Kohima. Interested candidates can send their details with their scheduled tribe certificate to iprnagaland@gmail.com or contact 8861 160084. Candidates should be at least 18 years and above. The last date for submission of forms is 15th of October. Nagaland defeated Manipur 3-1 in the semi-final of the ongoing Under-17 Subroto Cup to enter into the finals. Tulunso scored a hat-trick for Nagaland as they defeated Manipur in the semis to break the jinx and enter the final of the tournament. Bilkrim Higher Secondary School Dimapur is representing Nagaland and the team is led by state football coach Mukato Aye and Akihito Zimo as manager. Nagaland will now play against Chandigarh in the final match on October 13th. Mugukchung District Football Association MDFA Trophy 2022 got underway today at Imkong Meran Sports Complex. Speaking at the inaugural program, Superintendent of Police Mugukchung Abdullah T. Imchen said the MDFA trophy is one of the most prestigious trophies for the district and encouraged the MDFA to increase grassroots level participation and strive to reach higher levels. Imchen said that sports is a medium to develop friendship and relationship and encourage the players to compete hard with the true spirit of sportsmanship in mind. This year's edition of the trophy will witness 11 teams vying for the coveted trophy, with the finals scheduled to be played on the 26th of October. In the opening match today, Sports Society Soyam played against Revenant FC that ended in a draw, with both teams scoring a goal each. And now to end the news, here are main points again. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar lauds country's healthcare system as most affordable in the world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasizes on the need for an institutional approach by international community to help each other during crisis. Joint Secretary Ministry of DoNER Anuradha S. Chagti holds interactive session with various organizations at Wokha. An Aadhaar enrollment center Kohima to remain open on all 7 days of the week. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.